wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome to the 13th episode of your exciting Islamic show Ar-Risalah, the message where they reach you from AYV Television, Channel 33. Ar-Risalah is a special inspirational and motivational Islamic series for young Muslims and Muslimahs. This program aims for build the spirituality of young Muslim and Muslimah and help them for make them contribute meaningfully towards national development. Me na your host, Sister Mayam Siddiq. In today's series, you get an inspiring Quranic recitation and translation on Surah Al-Baqarah, my message segment, your favorite corner when a Saraka corner, and beautiful Nasheed break, we go help you digest all this. Stay tuned. Now, let me join Brother Farah Mara for them beautiful recitation from Surah Al-Baqarah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم زين للذين كفروا الحياة الدنيا ويسخرون من الذين آمنوا والذين اتقوا فوقهم يوم القيامة الله يهدي من يشاء بغير حساب.
The life of this world is made to seem fair to those who disbelieve, and to mock those who believe, and those who guide against evil shall be above them on the day of resurrection, and Allah gives means of sustenance to whom He pleases without measure.
كان الناس أمة واحدة فبعث الله النبيين مبشرين ومنذرين وأنزل معهم الكتاب بالحق ليحكم بين الناس فيما اختلفوا فيه وما اختلفوا فيه إلا الذين أوتوه من بعد ما جاءتهم البينات بغيا بينهم فهدى الله الذين لما اختلفوا فيه بإذنه والله يهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم.
All people are a single nation, so Allah raised prophets as bearers of good news and as warners, and He revealed with them the book with truth, that it might judge between people in that in which they differed. And none but the very people who were given it differed about it after clear argument had come to them, revolting among themselves. So Allah has guided by His will those who believe to the truth about which they differed, and Allah guides whom He pleases to the right path.
أم حسبتم أن تدخلوا الجنة ولما يأتكم مثل الذين خلوا من قبلكم مستهم البأساء والضراء وزلزلوا حتى يقول الرسول والذين آمنوا معه متى نصر الله ألا إن نصر الله قريب.
Or do you think that you enter the garden while yet the state of those who have passed away before you has not come upon you? Distress and affliction befall them, and they were shaken violently, so that the apostle and those who believed with him said, when will the help of Allah come? Now, surely the help of Allah is near.
يسألونك ماذا ينفقون قل ما أنفقتم من خير فللوالدين والأقربين واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل وما تفعلوا من خير فإن الله به عليم.
They ask you as to what they should spend. Say, whatever wealth you spend, it is for the parent and the kindred and the orphans and the needy and the wayfarer, and whatever good you do, Allah surely knows it.
Thank you to Brother Farah Mara for them beautiful verses then from Surah Al-Baqarah. Inside the first verse, we brother recite for we, Allah said the life of this world is made beautiful for the one them we disbelieve. And then they mock the believers them we poor. But the one that we believe and guide themselves against evil go be above the disbelievers them on the day of judgment. Then forget for no say Allah they provide in sustenance to who that He please forgive. Inside verse 214, Allah say, you no go enter paradise without distress and affliction from this world. Yes, we must face problems and trials. Yes, even the one that will be known past before we, them in face trials before Allah they come to the earth. Inside the last verse where we brought a recite for we, Allah tell the prophet say, if they ask you concerning how for spend their money urgently, tell them say, them for spend their money on them parents them, their relatives them, the orphans them, the needy and the travelers. And whatever good you do, Allah surely knows it. Well, now let we move to the next segment, my message. And into this segment, DAQVAH Charity Foundation talks about the project we then just unveil for all salon man and woman, especially for we the Muslims them.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome to my message segment with me, Sheikhu Al-Hussein Mansari. Alhamdulillah, inside the segment, we still there with DAQVAH Charity Foundation, where an Islamic organization where they're about to do charity and try to see how they help the poor one them. This foundation will come up with a very big project where they come with developments we all inside the nation, inshallah. And as the project they're about to revive the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we in a charity. This particular project gets a lot where me and you two need to know much about. But with me in the studio today, we'll talk about this more. I get the founder and CEO of the DAQVAH Charity Foundation. We will get for can talk more to you about this project. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the program.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you.
DAQVAH Charity Foundation don't come up with this particular big project, and this project will target the entire nation. And when I call them reach the unreachable with just $1. But the people out there go want to know what's in this particular project they're about. Tell me more.
Thank you very much, Brother Sheku. Of course, reach the unreachable just $1. Fundraising strategy where DAQVAH Charity Foundation established, and a strategy way inclusive of every Muslim. A strategy way we call a Sunnah revival strategy. A strategy way a Baitul A'mal strategy. So what do I mean by all this? DAQVAH Charity Foundation, we don't engage in charity for the past 2 years, whereby we get members them. We get over 800 members. We on a monthly basis, the one way our students, they give 10,000. The one way they work or they do big businesses, they give 50,000 at least. So you get people where they subscribe more than that. But we look at say, if we continue with this no more, the blessing is not going to reach everybody. So we decide to come up with a project where everybody go be inclusive. Where the one self where they watch no go sit down and host and say, well, me, you know, are not a part of this blessing. So now a project we want, let everybody be part of the blessing. So therefore, we come with an initiative where, why first we say reach the unreachable? Now a project where the money we together, one for reach the people the way we say them very hard to reach. Communities the way we say people are hard for go there, you know, the development hardly reach there, either because of road network or because of the distance within community there, so they fend themselves. So for sake of this, we call them reach the unreachable with just $1. How you go able to reach the unreachable with just $1? This $1 exactly. We just equivalent to 10,000 loans. And why we do this? Somebody will say, but $1 not to 10,000.
Yeah.
So you watch the dollar, you know, they increase all time. So now look today, we say reach the unreachable with 7,500. Tomorrow we say 7,600. Next month, like $1 they go up, we save the go up. But put at 10,000, you know, say, but make dollar go each and it go very difficult. So we go for convert them on year back, then we still maintain, you know, the dollar value. So like every Sierra Leonean, especially the Muslim, for come on board for donate, you know, at least 10,000 loans, just 110 per year. Out of 365 days, you take 1 grand day and pull. So this 1 day, they give 10,000 loans for let them promote, you know, development and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in deen. So in some way, this is project they're all about.
All right. I hope so we don't get that. And the project is so simple and easy as 10,000 loans inside the year. Since this particular project get for target the entire people in Sierra Leone, especially the Muslims, the people out there go want to know how they will benefit from this particular project here. The one the way they pay and the one themselves way the project the benefits get for it.
Of
how
course.
They get for benefits.
So in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala urge we in uncountable verses for make we give. And in almost every verse where Allah they say una establish the salah, una pray, waiting they follow that verse, Allah they say una give to people. Exactly. So in Islam, prayer, it need to go without giving. Exactly. The prayer and the giving in numerous verses, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala link them all together. So if somebody say they pray, one way they should say they pray, if you be a generous person, if you be somebody with free hand as well, enough for be somebody with tight hand or somebody be say very, very crabby. And Allah for every single thing they do in this life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala they reward you both in this life and the life of the hereafter. So number one, that 10,000 millions away somebody they give, Allah they multiply them by 10, they Allah multiply them by 70 or by 700. So imagine somebody give 10,000 multiply them by 10, then 100,000. You multiply them by 70, then around 700,000. So out of your 10,000 loans where they give to Allah, italic say you don't give 700,000 loans. Meaning that 10,000 loans they by hook or by crook or by any kind way, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they repay you back. They give them into 10 and 70 times fold. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they reward you. And this money, depending on what thing then do with them, it is left for that particular person the way they give as an everlasting goodness. Okay. So let's say this money where they give that 10,000, a day and the money where they use for let them establish, establish a school. For as long as this school they exist, brother Sheku, picking then they go to this school. Then they benefit from this school, then they accommodate, they're able to forget work with and they do. That particular blessing of that school, they get them. This money, they use them for build mosques. For as long as people then they pray in that particular masjid, that blessing they get them. This particular money, they use them for make them dig water well for a particular community. For as long as this community, then they benefit that blessing they get them. So, but I check this now and everlasting goodness where the person from that 10,000 loans way now like a cash box or a bank account where they open. With that bank account, bank account they any month then get small to that they add. Of course, you can't compare that to waiting Allah they give you. No bank not in this wall where they put 10,000. Then you go pull 700,000 loans out of that 10,000. And then the money go take the 1,000 years. Now 10,000 loan go take the
generation.
They all come. They able gather 700,000 loan blessing. Exactly. So if somebody they give, brother, you self as an individual, you get plenty of things for benefit. In terms of the people where they impact. How they impact their lives, and so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala they reward you. So let person obviously say this 10,000 you are they give for nothing. No, not for nothing. That 10,000 they give, there is a heavy reward where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep for you for sake of that.
Yeah. We don't get that, and indeed it gets a very good benefit we need for focus art, especially the one way you see I will put them this way. This project they try for help the worshippers them of Allah to make them able worship Allah and obeying commands them easily because Allah, as you say, Allah any style say command we for make we pray. It also attach with forgive. So this particular project they make them easier for the people them able to take to that command. People them want to know out there how really wanna get for the spend this particular money for see that all of them things they are on the outline playing become achievable. How wanna get for the spend them money there?
Waiting at the come or the things that will go list for you. Some na short term, some na long term. Okay. So let someone of you say, but this way then call to the neighbor for achieve them. Some things and the way we plan for do with this money we together and to this year how they achieve them. Not to the next 5 years or 10 years if we they achieve them. But then our plan say this now we to plan for do. So this money primarily number one, they target sadaqah to jariyah activities. Okay. What in Islam mean by sadaqah to jariyah? A continuous goodness. Goodness way they do it, not just they do a normal, you get the benefit today, forget about that. So but they do that benefit today, it go left for a long lasting time. Yeah. So number one, we get plenty orphans and widows them, way then they now with society. Woman the way the man then don't die, then left them. And the woman there are plenty of me you too. For all married, any woman don't marry, the man don't die. For let get married again can be difficult, extremely difficult. So for sake of this, if this woman they not get any trade we learn, any trade they do, life don't become difficult to her. So micro grant. Now one thing we be say we plan for invest this money because we think one of the sustainable. When they talk about sustainable goodness, we go continue. In fact, sadaqah when we talk about jariyah in direct translation into English. That's sustainable. So Sadaqah Jariyah is sustainable charity where they last. So well, because na charity where they last, so one do goodness where they last. So that woman, they instead of you go buy 2 bag rice, you go get and get 500,000 citizens for year picking them. We inside 2-3 months that 2 bag rice they done. In fact, 2-3 months I call it boku. It depends on the picking they get. Exactly. So the amount of picking they get inside 1 month, all done. Yeah. Then next day you get for kayaks and back. And say before you count fish for somebody every day, and say learn how for fishing. Exactly. You know, because every day that person go the abo PC there, they wait for you. But if you learn how for fishing, when money 10 reach, instead of taking it, you go for go catch. You go guys have more than what you for being can get. So we they give them money, where this money, then go able for start up a business and go able for start up a project. With that project there, at the end of the day, we owe micro grant or microfinance, not to the white people then get for interest.
Yeah, because
of course, that, interest now until Islam totally forbidden. So not to that way they go give somebody at the end of the day, you get 1 million, so they can pay now 1,050,000. No, but rather if we give you 1 million, where they can pay, we they give you grant as well. So if we give 1 million,
they pay less than
what you don't give. So we give 1 million, they pay now 800,000. They pay. Okay. So the 200,000 are your own and everything. And they pay at a time where convenient for you. You know, not a time where it will find difficult for you.
Help them to be self-reliant.
Let them become self-reliant. So they will do something on their own. We look at education as a very big challenge. Plenty of them we come brother them picking and able for afford schooling. So hope for use this money for provide scholarship, both English and Arabic or Islamic education, so that people then go for further to the highest level ABC they're able for further. And we are targeting those unreachable families, those unreachable widows. Because widow not all poor. You guys on widow where man die in a bomber. Yeah. So we talk about widows where unreachable. Talk about orphans where unreachable. We talk about community children for their access education, a very, very difficult one. So we also they look at the area of health. You know, we lots of communities then they in our society where they lack, you know, health facility. So one for see how best we go for do mobile clinic. We'll go move to communities and provide health system. Then plenty, inshallah, we'll plan for utilize with the money.
We get to discuss that more in some of the other segments then, inshallah. No. Really, it gets very good reward, and it gets plenty things that we advantage, things that we will need for take into consideration. Now, so they try for round up this particular segment we call on my message, and before you left here, you must get to give one message to the listeners or viewers out there. What thing will be your message for this particular week?
Well, I want for tell my Muslim brothers, my Muslim sisters, my mommy and daddy them, say, what you go tell Allah on the day of Qiyam, if Allah asks you, why you not being able to give 10,000 for me sake? For me deen annually, you know, waiting go be you answer towards this particular question. This go be my message where they left with them. The person go to think now how he go able to answer Allah, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, jazakumullahu khairan. Thank you very much for that wonderful message.
You're welcome.
We message today now that waiting go be you respond tomorrow if Allah asks you waiting make you not being able to give just 10,000 a year when they ask you for making give for me sake. This now we message for today, and we guess once for make you think about time and ponder over, and also make you try for make you do something towards this project. Alhamdulillah, we don't come to the end of the segment, and we don't get the message, and we hope that we all go take them into consideration and try for see how to be part of this wonderful and biggest, I could call them biggest project ever where I believe say Muslim youth they don't come up with, and we hope so we all go join them and see how we go by we Jannah this world and in the hereafter. Me now you host Sheku Al-Hussein Mansare when they say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And don't forget for smile because na sunnah.
Alhamdulillah, what a beautiful project. This is not a very innovative project. When one day happen in our country, I still they wonder who that go say he not able to afford 10,000 inside 365 days. If na 100 million self you they keep every day, inside 4 months you go don't get 12,000. So I hope say we all go be part of this development. For you we just to tune into AYV television. This now you exciting Islamic show Ar-Risalah message designed for young Muslims and Muslimah, and a program we geared towards developing the youth of this nation so that they go be productive and then go able for contribute to better one pan society and development. Me na Sister Mayam Siddiq. Now an attempt for make you relax and enjoy this beautiful nasheed titled Orphan Child.
Sometimes I feel like a lost soul. Sometimes I feel like there's no hope. Sometimes this world get me stressed out. I'm on my knees, need your help now. Yeah, I know it's stressful to be in the street all by myself. I'm in the corner trying to find you. Oh, I'm right over here. Why can't you see me? Oh, I need you to help me, 'cause I'm trying to find my way back home. Oh, please don't leave me here alone. Oh, I could have been your child. Oh, please don't leave me here alone. Oh, I could have been your child. Oh, I'm just gonna pray all night. The sky's so dark, but the moon's bright. My heavy heart feels broken. I'm spinning around in circles, and I'm in a corner trying to find you. Oh.
That's not the nasheed title Orphan Child. Hope say you enjoy them. Now, take a beautiful spoken word title Are We Humans? By Kamal Saleh.
Are we even human? And are we really real? Because we've been cut so many times, I feel like we forgot what it feels like to feel. I mean, as the days go by, I just grow cold-hearted, a senseless soul as I say my goodbyes to another sister who was martyred. Paint a picture of a perfect world, which is nothing short of distorted. Nothing short of a disguise to try to hide all the lies from behind of all the children dying. As a little girl cries, I'm alive, I can't believe I'm breathing. See, we're alive too, sweetie, but our hearts aren't really beating. See, every time I hear you scream on the screen, I'ma quickly get to leave and hit the X, please. I mean, I really need to sleep this evening. I mean, how can I eat while I watch her bleeding? I mean, how can I turn the heat on my heaters while I watch her freezing? So if I hear her screaming one more time, I'ma hold my breath and close my eyes and just pretend to be dumb, deaf and blind, and I hope to death she doesn't die. Failing to realize that our silence is a crime that is lethal. As we sit and blame God for the problem of evil. Aren't you the all-powerful? Please turn it back to peaceful. Despite the fact He gave us all that we needed to free these people. But are we even people? And are we all really equal? Or is it okay so as long as it doesn't happen to you? As videos gain views.
Are we really humans? When we see others die and pretend we care not? Really, you na mortal man, who you they see you come in the suffer, you get all the chance for help am, and you no just care? I hope all of us will be humans by having concern for the poor and less privileged. Well, it's now time to move to our favorite segment, which is Sadaqah Corner.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another emotional corner with me, Muazba. Sadaka Corner always there for highlight issues of national concern, where Sadaka can able solve them. The corner there for give you the opportunity for make you extend a helping hand to the one them way less privileged, the one them way deprived, and the one them way life difficult for. With Sadaka, you can get the highest of heavens when a Jannatul Firdaus. Today, we dey gonna Kenema and talk to Sheikh Abbas Said Bangura. We get an association where they can call United Farmers Association. He go tell we why he set up this association and waiting they do there.
Now you gather farmers them, you say when for come together and do farming.
Yes, sir.
You must get a purpose in making come together.
Yeah, well, my brother, like we una dey work out, una dey go and see people they cry about who na this country, who know the, but we get land there. You know, if you don't land safe, you don't land, you come on and college, you don't get work kids, but if you go to boost, I hope so you go able to get something. So I get that the youth there for letting not go to any evil side or chief or other thing. So what we plant, we will get small thing. But we don't change the cassava to the other one, we don't go able to root them and eat it and we sell an aya. Pass we get for processor. But the time we get that sweet cassava, we root them, we say we receive as we go eat them and we sell them to the people and aya. But else we don't change the stick, we don't able to catch there one day. So now I make a call the youth there for let them work and get small thing. You know, but cassava we don't plant and pass them processor.
When we form this United Farmers Association?
Well, I start with other group, but the group like what are the time for say benefits no dey inside. So me say we withdraw from year 2012. You know, we come together this United Farmers, we go na the books there. But the other years they all will root and sell. The other one the people in the thief for other animal they eat. But this route, I mean, the one way possible for eat, the bitter one, it did it. So I hope say if we get the process machine, we go able to do them till they have to like fufu or curry or chalk.
Okay, so like since you from this, you not ever receive any help from anybody?
No, nothing. Nobody no help. Now me no more. We say where they contribute to the people there. So one then they left. So me now we don't start pass again for take me money and spend and follow. No, the thing no go in vain. So no NGO, no nothing, no government, no the way help we, nothing.
Okay, so like who's kind of help way like?
Well, actually, like that one they were called so one among the two, like the machine where they make curry or the machine where they make chalk. We need that one. We get the cassava where they make chalk because if you get chalk in this country, you know, it go able employ back the one where they make chalk, and the one they back where they go na farm. So that's where they continue for plant. You know, because you know this cassava will get, you know, the root and so no more eat them by this time. Pass no more fufu curry or chalk.
Okay, so now cassava no more on the plant or
well,
get other things.
Actually, now they force to put one for make this year for make swamp, but we not get receipts.
Okay.
We plan for make swamp, not to upland a swamp we get for make, but we don't. I don't try for short sale. Tell me the people so we get ship date.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
This now waiting we dey expect all salon man for do. It is nice we able for bring people together and engage in national development. As them face challenges, I hope say you self go come on board inshallah. Alhamdulillah, we have successfully come to the end of the 13th episode. I hope say you get plenty for take home from we recitation to we Sadaka Corner. Plenty thank you to you who watch this episode of Ar-Risalah, the message. Plenty thank you to my producer Fuad Kagbo and my co-producer Alaji Abdurrahman Jalon. Thank you to Brother Kodu and all the one that will help me for make this program meet you today. I have been your host, Sister Mayam Siddiq. But as usual, you just have to think about it.
Work as if you will die tomorrow, and do not accumulate wealth as if you will live forever. Let your wealth be a cause for your entry into Jannah, but not the cause for your entry into Jahannam. Seek the pleasure of Allah by pleasing the poor, and spend your wealth in the right way, because He is going to check you for all what you do. Think about it.